Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the troublesome reign of King John, and we get to hear from the bastard today in Act 2, Scene 3, which is a scene wherein the bastard has sort of walked in on all of the nobles conspiring against King John, which he knew they were doing. They had invited him to join them in conspiring against John, and the bastard told King John that, and King John was like, no, you have to go and try to make peace with the nobles because I need to set all of this right. A lot of the problems I'm having are actually my fault. I need you to go and smooth things over with the nobles for me. So the bastard has gone to do that, and he shows up at the appointed meeting place, the appointed meeting time, and all of these nobles are there. They were collecting. They're like, let's wait until more people get here before we start, whatever. But then when the bastard comes in and says hello to everybody, Essex sort of lays out why they think John is a traitor and needs to be deposed, why the crown should be taken away from him. And Pembroke jumps on and says, yes, I agree, that's a thing. And Salisbury jumps on and says, yes, I agree, that's a thing. And Lewis is coming. He's on his way here. We'll be here momentarily. And we're ready to take up arms and fight King John. So the bastard says, my Lord of Salisbury, I cannot couch my speeches with the needful words of art, as doth beseem in such a weighty work. But what my conscience and my duty will, I purpose to impart. For Chester's exile, blame his busy wit, that meddled where his duty quite forbade. For any private causes that you have, methinks they should not mount to such a height as to depose a king in their revenge. For Arthur's death, King John was innocent. He, desperate, was the deathsman to himself, which you, to make a colour to your crime, unjustly do impute to his default. But where fell traitorism hath residence, there wants no words to set despite on work. I say, 'tis shame, and worthy all reproof, to rest such petty wrongs in terms of right, against a king anointed by the Lord. Why, Salisbury, admit the wrongs are true. Yet subjects may not take in hand revenge, and rob the heavens of their proper power, where sitteth he to whom revenge belongs. And doth a pope, a priest, a man of pride, give charters for the lives of lawful kings? What can he bless, or who regards his curse, but such as give to man and takes from God? I speak it in the sight of God above. There's not a man that dies in your belief, but sells his soul perpetually to pain. Aid Lewis, leave God, kill John, please hell. Make havoc of the welfare of your souls. For here I leave you, in the sight of heaven, a troop of traitors, food for hellish fiends. If you desist, then follow me as friends. If not, then do your worst as hateful traitors. For Lewis, his right, alas, 'tis too lame, a senseless claim, if truth be title's friend. In brief, if this be cause of our resort, our pilgrimage is to the devil's shrine. I came not, lords, to troop as traitors do, nor will I counsel in so bad a cause. Please you return, we go again as friends. If not, I to my king, and you where traitors please. So this is the bastard refuting all of their claims against King John. He's like, okay, first of all, I'm not going to be as pretty as I maybe should be in this case, but just bear with me. Chester was banished because he stuck his nose in where it didn't belong. That made absolute sense. The personal slights that John has committed against each of you were any of them so bad that you should depose a king because of it? Like, what did he do that the punishment was deposition? Like, that makes no sense. And he's like, King John didn't kill Arthur. Arthur killed himself. But you chose to blame John because you wanted some sort of cause to fight behind. And that makes you all traitors. And I am not here to be a traitor. I am not here to fight against a king who was appointed by God. Because remember, this has come up in the play earlier. King John believes that he was anointed by God. So it goes God and King John and then the church. And the bastard even says, do any members of the clergy hold more power than the king who was anointed by God? Like, do they get to give him orders, or does he get to give them orders? Like, the pecking order here is God, King, Church, not God, Church, King. So he's like, I'm saying right here, right now, in front of God, you all are doomed if you fight against King John. You are traitors, and you are dooming your souls to hell if you continue on this path. He's like, but if you want to come with me and come back to King John's side and forget about Lewis, that's great. Come on back. We'll all be friends. Everything will be lovely. But if you're going to continue on this path, I'm not going to join you, and you're really just dooming yourselves. And I'm not going to hang out with traitors, and I'm not going to encourage you to be traitors. If you want to come with me, cool, we'll be friends. If not, you go and do your own like traitorous things. So rather bold statements from the bastard here. And he doesn't even wait around for them to answer. He just bolts, sort of. He like says this whole thing and does a mic drop, and then he's out. So then the nobles look amongst themselves and they're like, all right, who's going to side with him, and who wants to keep on the path that we're on? Like, who still wants to fight against King John? And they all still want to fight against King John. And then a messenger comes in to tell them that Lewis is arrived, and they're like, oh, how close is he? And they're like, he's right here. So Lewis enters, and he is going to have a nice big monologue for us tomorrow. So I'll see you then for that. Mwah.